Hello everybody and welcome to today's Daily Splat. Today, of course, is the day of the Hawaiian party, so that should be good fun. Going to be heading over there in a couple of hours and that sort of thing. Yesterday, if you watched yesterday's whilst I was making bacon, you might have heard the fact that I was going to go see my friend Alicia's Spanish dancing performance, and I did, and it was excellent. It was really quite good. As I was saying, I'm impressed by people who can dance, so I was impressed by around 30 to 40 people, all of whom could dance in this flamenco style. They were very, very good. My friend Alicia, of course, I thought was the best. But there were some tremendous performances. There were some little kids there who, 6 or 7 of them, who did some really good dancing for their age at least. They're dancing better than I can, which is a little worrying. Anyway, so there was that. There was some really good stuff with 5 people who were sat on wooden boxes with microphones behind the boxes, and they'd sit there and drum it and make music just by passing rhythms onto one another, and it was really very good how they all kept time. So it was a really good performance and I really enjoyed it. The beer at the interval was not very good. That's the only complaint that I have, but you know, I just shouldn't have drunk it then, should I? Manchester United won 1-0 against Sunderland. Not the greatest win, but 3 points is 3 points. Stayed up and watched that. That was good fun. Obviously, the main thing about today is the Hawaiian party, which should be tremendous fun. Okay, so that's it for the diary bit. The only other thing I really wanted to talk about is to do with football. So, non-football fans, turn it off now. Okay, football fans. The coverage of the United Sunderland game, obviously it was sort of the Sir Alex Ferguson's 25th anniversary celebrations were on this day, and they'd renamed the North Stand the Sir Alex Ferguson Stand, and all that was very nice. But once the game actually got started, there was some pretty shoddy camera work, and I haven't really noticed this before. I'm not sure if it was a new guy on the cameras or not, but basically, as the match unfolded, there were 2 things I had a problem with. One, well, I don't so much have a problem with this. This was just, I suppose, slightly annoying for myself personally. Is that when the ball wasn't being moved around a lot, or when it got to one corner of the pitch, the camera would start advancing in on the action like this. So you'd be nice and close on the players, but you wouldn't see their passing options over here, whereas if he was at his original angle, you would see the passing options. But that's just me. I like a sort of wider tactical view thing, because, you know, I'm a football geek. Sorry. The other thing that was annoying was and this is something that's bugged me for a while, was the cutaways. So, say for example, I'm talking about this alarm clock over here, so I say, so I've got this alarm clock, and then you're looking at it, and so you go, yeah, it's the alarm clock that he's talking about, and then I move on to something else that's happening over here, where I said, oh look, I found the picture of myself and Ryan Fitzgerald with the Premier League trophy. Well, you can't see it because, you know, the camera's focused on the alarm clock, and by the time that you get back to me, I'm putting the picture away. This happens in football more times than I care to mention. Quite frankly, they'll be like, the ball will go out of play for a throw-in, it'll cut to a shot of, for example, Steve Bruce last night standing there, just looking out at things, maybe occasionally going, that sort of thing, but he stood there looking, and then it cuts back, and the ball's just gone back out of play again, and we've missed that whole couple of seconds. Now, that might seem a bit pedantic, because it is, but even so, I just think it's a bit sloppy on the cutting. Yes, I am interested in seeing the manager's reactions to, you know, goals or bad fouls or that sort of thing, but just having them stood there like this, it's not very interesting, really. Anyway, minor gripe aside, that is all for today's Daily Splat. Tune in again tomorrow when you'll have another one of these. Goodness knows what I'll be talking about. Well, I'm working tomorrow, so possibly that. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this. Until then, bye-bye.